is good, y'all? It's your boy Ty, back here with another video. And in this video today, guys, we're going to be taking a look at this Courtside Report #1 of NBA 2K23 and talking about the gameplay. I mean, this is a pretty long article. I mean, you look up and down the article, it's going to take a while to get through. So this is just going to be the overview. If anything specifically pops out to me, we might have to do a separate video on that. But before we dive any further into it, man, if you are new to the channel, make sure to smash that subscribe button as we're on the road towards 110,000 subscribers. So it says NBA 2K23 gameplay enhancements, okay? NBA 2K23's gameplay has a bevy of new improvements to complement any skill set, flex on the rim, finesse your way to the rack, and experience more authentic animations. NBA 2K23 is nearly a year and it features gameplay enhancements that elevate the competitive intensity in all facets. The main pillar for us this year can be summed up with one word: authenticity. I shouldn't be laughing, but without NBA 2K22 is I'm laughing. The team worked hard to create as much parity as possible in the on-current gameplay between current and new gen. Below, we've detailed all there is to know about the updates coming in the latest iteration of the NBA 2K franchise. Offensive gameplay, okay? The defense was a point of emphasis in last year's game. Was it really? Because it's nearly impossible to get stops. People say, oh, defense is overpowered. Oh, I don't really know if it was this year. Steals going through my hands, all that stuff, but it's fine. NBA 2, can bailout be nerfed? Can we just see that? Okay, 2K23 is so jam-packed with new features and upgrades on the offensive end of the floor that it's a perfect starting point. Okay, NBA 2K22 was a banner year for perimeter players. Small guards had a slew of advantages over taller counterparts, and outside shooting reigned supreme in online matches. Really? Because I've been getting mashed lately in NBA 2K22. So, thinking about how it could bring more authenticity to our game, we looked at how virtual games were playing out compared to the real-life NBA, and it was clear that we needed to give more love to slashers who love to finish at the rim. Oh no! Hopefully it's just like dunking maybe, and not just mashing maybe. I don't know. Upgraded Pro Stick. The most obvious upgrade is the addition of the new gesture combos to the Pro Stick. Internally, we refer to these mechanics as double throws. Flicking the Pro Stick in a direction, letting it go back to center, and then quickly moving the Pro Stick back in the same direction in switchbacks. Flicking the Pro Stick in a direction, letting it go center, and then quickly moving the Pro Stick in the opposite direction. This new gesture introduces a lot of new weapons for both shooting and ball handling. Okay, it's fine, but it's interesting. Okay, flex on the rim. Okay, for dunking, the metered skill dunks for NBA 2K22 return. Why? Why is the dunk meter returning? It is horrible. It is absolutely horrible. Nobody uses the dunk meter. It is horrible. It was a game mechanic that was horribly flawed. Nobody used it. And so it doesn't need to come back. But the new commands allow us to expand the dunking controls to let you do exactly what dunk how you want without accidentally firing off a skill dunk you weren't expecting. When driving to the basket with the sprint trigger held, the new Pro Stick control map has these dunks. Up is a two-handed, right is a strong hand, left is a weak hand, down is a rim hang, up is a flashy two-hand, down up is a flashy one. Okay, this is all cool. Nobody's gonna do these. I mean, these are cool. But nobody, unless like Showtime is back, nobody is gonna do these. The things that might be important are these right here. I mean, these are the ones that are going to be important. Unless these are like really overpowered, they could be pretty important. But these seem pretty easy. You know, if you want a contact dunk, you just go up, down, right? Nobody's going to rim hang on purpose. Like, that doesn't even make sense. You'll notice with the new map, you now have control over rim hangs. For new gen, we've taken that control to an all new level with physics based on simulated rim hangs. What? Nobody cares about rim hangs, bro. This is an incredibly entertaining and wonderfully complex. I'm sorry. Nobody cares if you hang on the rim. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Like, nobody wants to hang on the rim. The controls are simple. Use the new rim hang jump gestures mentioned above when you're driving towards the hoop, but keep the sprinter. I'm telling you, no, you'll hang indefinitely as long as you keep the trigger held. Okay, that's kind of cool. So maybe if you hold it for too long, you can like purposely get teed up. That would be kind of cool, maybe. That would be kind of cool. And you can use the left stick to adjust the momentum of your swinging body and the right stick to pull yourself up to the rim. Okay, this could be actually cool. I mean, I don't love the idea of it. I say nobody cares, but this could be kind of cool. Like to troll your opponent, like if you're up a ton, you could just hang on the rim. That could be kind of cool. That could be kind of cool, you know what I'm saying? And you can control that stuff too. But I feel like there's many other things we can focus on other than rim hangs. I mean, it's one of the most things to do in this city. But watch out for attacks if you hang on too long in NBA games. That's what I was wondering about. Do they tee you up? Okay, finesse your way to the rack. For slashes who want to finish a little more with a little more finesse, double throw gestures are used to hop step layups, while switch back gesture used for Euro step and cradle layups, which feels very natural. Simple hold left or hold right will perform an all-new set of quiz tube layups. These are great, especially for small guards. Good, so maybe I won't get blocked on every layup and dunk, man. Please. For the bigger, stronger players, you'll experience a lot of new content that properly shows what should happen when players like Giannis plow through everyone on their path. Oh gosh, I don't like the idea of that. In addition, we've added several new layup packages for new gen and current gen, including D-Book, Joel, Embiid, AI, Magic, Jokic, Levine, John Morant, Sue Bird, and more. For post players, double throws can be used for post drop steps and hop shots. Switchback gestures will give you shimmy shots and hooks. There are a bunch of new signature post shots and hooks to choose from this year as well. Okay. That's all cool. I don't know how much it's actually going to be used, but that's cool. Combine mesmerizing skill moves. Dribbling in NBA 2K has taken on a life of its own and has become a sort of game within the game. Players are going to enjoy comboing up in NBA 2K23 as the new gesture combos give you even more options for your arsenal. Switchback gestures will now perform dedicated signature double cross and hesitation cross combo moves that you can assign as part of the new moving crossover signature package, which has grown from 15 options to 28. Okay, that's cool, but in my team, can not everybody have the same stuff? Learning the speed of your stick throws and the time of your signature animations is especially important now. So, okay, dribbling might be important. And it's fine. You can chain your players with normal signature size up by rocking the pro stick back and forth. It's a hard word anyway. Rhythmically and rapid double throws will give you the... Bro, why do they use such hard words in this? Aforementioned new combos and flicking the pro stick back and forth repeatedly will give you a whole different set of animations called the signature combos that look incredible. Another major dribbling change is the introduction of attacking sizes. One of the things we wanted to improve with dribbling was that while the size up moves look cool, they weren't very useful. The new attacking sizes provide a lot more side-to-side movement and are much better at forcing the defense to drop and shift, allowing you to bait them one way then attack the other. Okay. I mean, I just wish dribbling felt more like real life. That's all it is. While it's fun to climb your opponents with a flurry of flashy dribbles, we don't want to encourage players to dribble the entire shot clock out. I feel like this was a thing last year where they said they punished people for over dribbling, and they didn't. Energy will deplete much quicker when spamming too many moves together, so it's important to be efficient and not play with your food too long. I like that, man. I definitely do like that. Jump into 2K, you freestyle practice to play around with different stuff. Okay, let's see what Steph's dribbling like. Is it just me, or does this look exactly the same as 2K22? And I'm not saying that's going to be everything. This is D-Book's scoop layup. That looks like a new type of animation right there. See Zion's rim hang. Okay, that looks cool, but when the opponent throws it all the way down court after that, you know you're going to be a little struggle. Okay, adrenaline boost. Another new feature to prevent over dribbling is the concept of adrenaline boost. There are 3 available boosts per player per possession. What? What is this? Okay, so you see there's like 3 separate things instead of like 1 stamina bar. There's 3 things. So like now he's to the second one, which probably makes it slower. Let's see. Boosts are consumed every time you perform a hard go or explosive sprint launch. Once your 3 boosts are gone, you'll notice that your speed and acceleration decrease significantly for the remainder of the possession. As with dribble combos, it's important to play smart basketball and be efficient with your movement rather than zigzagging back and forth aimlessly trying to get around the defense. I like that. More authentic shooting. Shooting also gets some nice upgrades for NBA 2K23 and NBA 2K22. Success from the outside was heavily weighted towards coverage. If you could get an open look, you could balance out poor rating and inaccurate timing. This year, we wanted to be a more authentic shooting model that captures the essence of a great NBA shooter's capabilities. Thank you! The first major change is the addition of shooting attributes. Since the inception of the signature jump shots in 2K basketball, animations have been more or less as aesthetic, but functionally the same. This year, each signature jump shot has unique shooting stats that determine the effectiveness. Each signature jump shot has unique shooting stats? I don't know how I like that. Shot speed. Okay. This is what it is. Okay. So like set shot 17. It's going to be slow, but the timing might not affect it as much. Okay. Shot speed, how quickly the shot gets out to its ideal release point. Release height, how high the shot is released. Defensive immunity, how effective the shot is against defensive contests. Timing impact, adjust shot windows to reward good timing at the cost of an increased penalty for bad timing. I like this. I really do. I mean, I don't know in my team how much it's going to matter, but I like this. We're also adding a huge number of shot animations to choose from, over double the amount of previous versions of 2K. Good, so not everybody needs jump shot 3 or set shot 25, please. Much more accurate to each player's real life jumper. For my player, shot animations will be gated by shooting ratings, so you have to play around with all the options to figure out what works best for you and your skill set. We're looking forward to seeing a lot more variety in the community's signature shot collection within this next Evo of shots. So let's see what this looks like. Okay, yeah, this shot meter looks good, man. Y'all see that shot meter? Shot meter looks good, man. Is that what is that shot meter from? I don't know, but I like it. Is it 2K17? Ew, that shot meter is disgusting. Why Harden's jump shot looks so bad? These are all the shot meters. Oh my gosh. Can I see no meter? Ew, can I see no meter? Like, that's cool and all, but I want to see no meter. With 15 more that can be unlocked, bro, you can choose that many shot meters? That's crazy. That is crazy. So I guess, I mean, I'll never use a shot meter, but, I mean, you get to choose what you want. I mean, that's cool, I guess. You also notice a subtle change to how shot feedback works this year. Use shot arcs to help indicate whether you're early, high arc, late, flat arc, or on-time ideal arc. So by paying attention, you can easily tell right away if your release is off. So shot feedback, it's high arc and low arc. That's interesting. That is interesting. That is really interesting. Okay, facilitate the offense for the playmakers out there. You'll find some new tools at your disposal as well. The lead to basket pass makes its return to new gen. Let's go, man! Back cuts to new gen are in the game. Let's go, man. Let's go. I can finally get the spacing I want. Finally run the offense I want with back cuts being in the game. Let's go, man. Let's go. Let's go. That's a big W right there. Thank you, man. Thank you. That's a massive W. Another alternative is the new spot up pass mechanic. If you press and hold B circle, the receiver you're pointing at with the left stick will perform a quick V or flare cut to get open on the perimeter. Okay. Wait, I'm confused. So you can no longer hold B for them to come to you? I'm just confused. It's very useful for quick hitting play to get an open look when you don't have time to run a full blown play for your teammate. So I'm confused. I guess, I don't know. We'll have to see. Because B, when you held B, they used to come to you, like for a dribble handoff. So maybe that's a different thing. I guess we'll have to see. But I'm hoping that's in the game. Whether you prefer to drive to the lane, back down defenders in the post, spot from behind the arc, NBA 2K23 offers a wide variety of tools. I'm just excited about the back cut in the game. Interestingly, I want the handoff still to be in the game as well. Let's see. Okay, defensive gameplay. As always, defense remains a huge priority for the gameplay team. We know all the offensive upgrades in the world don't make for a fun game. There are no counters to stop them, so let's talk about some of the great enhancements on the other end of the court. Shot defense received a nice overall in NBA 2K23. Up until last year, we used a simple shot defense calculation that looked at two specific points: the location of the defender when the shot started and the proximity to the ball at the release. It worked well, but also has its shortcomings. Yeah, like getting mashed. If the defender's hand or arm moves slightly to a bad position, from the point of our shot release calculation, you could get a bad coverage score even though it looked like a very good contest. This year, we've created a system that evaluates the defensive player's contesting hand throughout a window of the shooting motion. This larger sample set provides a way more accurate results and helps line up the coverage numbers to what players expect based on what they see on screen. Okay, that's cool. On-ball defense for the floor game. On-ball's defensive movement and body ups received a major refresh with the new content that more accurately depicts today's one-on-one player interactions. You also notice a new indicator on the ball handler when in guarding positions. This is the new shading mechanic. Three of the three bars on the indicator represent three zones: straight up, shade left, and shade right. Zoning the defenders in is shown red. If the ball handler attempts to attack a red lane, they get cut off. Okay, that's cool. I like that. You can kind of anticipate and predict it. Good defenders can anticipate. That's what I'm talking about. Maybe it will reward you for playing more on ball too as well. It says shot blocking has been refined quite a bit this year with NBA 2K22. We made a huge effort to improve block targeting and give players the ability to deter any shot that comes into the paint. No, you didn't. Mashing was in the game. Blocks have been tuned to a more realistic level, leading to much more predictable outcomes with the right players making appropriate stops when they're timing to block attempts well. No more small guards pulling off LeBron James level chase down blocks like last year. Good, because I'm telling you, last year's blocks from behind were crazy. It's always risky to pull off tomahawk and back scratchers with defenders even remotely nearby. We made some changes to encourage good dunkers to use a greater, basically saying like it's going to be more realistic with the choice of the dunks, as well as, you're not going to get blocked so much. Ball strips are new and improved this year with tons of new content and better coverage. So if you're a smaller defender, quick hands can be just as effective in slowing down slashes and bigs in the paint as a good shot blocker. Okay, we've also added failed strip contact layups to make sure defenders' steal inputs are respected instead of getting ignored. Okay, that's fair enough. You'll see great improved sideline awareness during scramble plays. Pickups near the out-of-bounds lines are much more reliable, as are diving ball saves that are thrown and ball back in play. Okay, so I hope this works for the backcourt too, though. Okay, badges, builds, and takeovers. I'm not going over that because that's basically my player, my park, new gen badge system. Okay, let's see what this is. 8. Okay, this year we're moving to a tiered badge system. There are 16 badges per attribute category, 8 in tier 1, 4 in tier 2, and 4 in tier 3. Tier 1 badges are the least powerful for your player. Okay, but that's all for park and pro-am. But you guys can see the different badges here. So literally makes it easier to gather in traffic. Masher, we got a masher badge. Are you kidding me? Aerial wizard. Abilities to successfully complete alley-oops. Okay, bully like Giannis and LeBron. They removed hook specialist. Okay, that's fine. That's really fine. Shooting agent 3. Ability to hit difficult 3-point shots off the dribble. Midi it's hard. Midi magician. Improved ability to knock down mid-range jumpers off the bounce or out the post like MJ. Amped reduces the shooting attribute penalties when fatigued. Okay, so amped is like when you're super tired. Claymore increases a spot-up shooter's ability to knock down, catch, shoot jumpers. The longer they remain stationary, that's like set shooter kind of. Comeback kid, improved ability to shoot perimeter jumpers when trailing. Okay, hand down, man down. Makes the outside shooter even deadlier if opponent fails to get a hand in the face. Space creator, we know what that is. Obviously, wait, it says formula playmaking badges now boost the ability to hit step back jumpers. Okay, limitless range, we all know what that is. They removed Chef and Limitless. Okay, so Chef and Limitless are now just Limitless range. They got rid of Hot Zone Hunter, Lucky 7, which they needed to. Lucky 7 was overpowered. Mismatch Expert is now playmaking. Set Shooter is gone and Sniper is gone. I like what they did with shooting. Playmaking, they got killer combos. It's fine. Clamp Breaker helps ball handlers win more one-on-one body bumps type things. Improves the ball security immediately after securing a rebound. That's important for bigs especially because I'm tired of them getting stripped. And then Mismatch Expert helps smaller guards break down taller defenders when mismatched. So it's no longer like a shooting badge. It's breaking down taller guys, which is cool. Downhill is gone. Glue hands is gone. Stop and go as well as bullet passer are gone. I like that. Okay. They did remove defensive leaders. So did they replace it? Anchor, a crucial badge for the last line of defensive bigs. Okay. It's just getting stops in the paint. Box out beast. Helps rebounders win box out battles on offensive and defensive rebounding situations. Workhorse, the Pat Bev badge. Okay. Hustle down 50-50 balls. Okay. Glove named for the legendary Gary Payton. Help you strip players as they gather. Okay. Challenger improves the effectiveness for perimeter shot contests. So defensive leader is no longer in the game, which is kind of important, especially in park type thing. Team takeover. Takeovers are special abilities. Okay, that's my player. With Team Take, I don't really care. NBA 2K23 is packed with AI goodness on both ends of the floor on new gen consoles. Here are some of the highlights, the AI engineers. Okay, let's see. Offensive improvements. First goal we wanted to address this year is how the offensive AI uses its true move arsenal to attack. The goal is to make the AI more aggressive in setting up moves. That's just with the AI though, so that doesn't really matter too much. Unless you're playing the CPU, it really doesn't matter. AI's execution of the pick and roll. Okay, the roll man understands how to keep spacing. I want to see defensively, because offensively, I mean, outside, do I see anything about spacing? I mean, that's what I want. I want to see something about spacing. Can they space the floor? And I don't see anything like that. So okay, let's look at defense. Last year we built and rewrote almost all of our major defensive systems. This year was all about refining them to deliver our best effort today. Okay, let's see this. Okay, from transition defense, where we can identify when the ball handler has been picked up, allowing the anchor to leave the paint and get to their man, to making the no 3 setting work as it is intended. So I'm gonna have to start equipping the no 3 setting, because right now it's broken. But maybe this year it'll work. We'll see. Rotations are sharper and more varied. Pick and roll defense is tighter and smarter. Okay, good. We've also improved cutter help individually as well to control their defensive focus settings. Good. So my no help should work, right? Also features performance-based defensive adjustments. In the past, we knew how many points and assists the leading scorers on offense would make adjustments based on the information. However, the adjustments AI had to be generic because it wasn't obvious how. Okay, I'm just confused about what is going on here. This doesn't look like anything that matters as far as MyTeam. As a user with our adaptive engine turned on, nobody wants the coaching engine on. I'm sorry, that's just not gonna happen. The defensive AI is stingier with sending help until we know the opponent can actually take advantage of a particular opening. Good! Stop making them help off pump fakes. So at the beginning of games, you may notice drastically less help as your teammates wait to see if your opponents can actually take advantage of an open lane compared to last year. Good. I'm keeping my coaching engine off, man. I'm taking that off, man. And make your teammates help from the jump? Wait, what? So I gotta turn adaptive coaching engine on to make them not help? That doesn't even make sense, dude. That doesn't even make sense. Because I guarantee if I turn adaptive coaching engine on, what it's gonna do is it's gonna ruin my defensive settings. That sounds like a broken mechanic. This sounds horrible. It sounds like a broken mechanic. You've got to have adaptive coaching engine on because they want to run your defense. Yeah. Go put that in something else. That seems horrible. This year on both ends of the court, you'll see improved gameplay. I don't know, man. This seems solid overall, especially now on offense. You can send people in back cuts. I hope the hold and beat still makes them come to you for a dribble handoff. This sounds crazy. Having to have adaptive coaching engine on just seems like an absolute nightmare. The last thing I want to cover is Mike Wang's Twitter, okay? He says, didn't make it in time for the CR, but working on a new controller setting to let you customize where your ideal release point is in your shots. Early, near takeoff, or closer to the wrist flicks. Still working out the kinks, so I mean, maybe that's for a park and pro, but it seems like you can customize your release time. So here's a chart, okay? Just kind of, what we see as far as the releases and what they can be used for, okay? And what the 3-point needs to be for you to use that specific release and kind of the overall rating. So, for example, for Steph Curry, you have to be a small, so you have to be a guard. And you have to have a 96 or higher of mid and the 3 ball, okay? The release height, release speed, timing impact, defensive immunity. You guys can see, like Trae Young, for example, he has a low release point, but it's really fast, okay? So that's just something to look at right there. KD, for example, you need a high-rated 3-ball, and what you get with that is, I mean, he has a slow jumper, but it's hard to contest. Now, MJ, for example, swings only, decent release height, slow release speed, timing impact looks like not too much, as well as defensive immunity. So you can see, kind of the timing impact on some of these releases. Maybe they've been in the game before. I don't know for sure. Sometimes it feels like when you white shots, it has a better chance of going in with certain players. But you guys can kind of see this. I don't know exactly how this is going to work in MyTeam, but looks like only certain releases can go to guards and certain releases go to bigs. Hope this is the case next year as well. So not everybody is rocking with, the jump shot 3 or set shot 25. Hopefully, they do switch it up a little bit. But you can kind of see this chart and, what the requirements are for specific releases if you do play in a park or pro-am. That's going to be where we ended up today, guys. Drop a like on the video, guys. Subscribe if you are new. As always, man, I love you guys. And have a blessed day.